Awesome. Okay, so welcome you guys tonight. I just wanted to first and foremost say how impressed I am that we have 17 people on here and it's 9:03. That's like a record of some sort. I feel like usually people are having on right at 9. So you guys are eager and excited, and I'm excited. So that's awesome. I want to make sure we can get through this content as quickly as we can just so that you guys feel well equipped and so that we have some time for you guys to ask questions and get them answered live. So first and foremost, just welcome to the team. A lot of you guys are new coaches or you're new to the business, right? Maybe you've been a coach for a little while or you've been doing challenge groups for a little while. Who knows? Everybody has a different story. But maybe this, approach of working your business is a new concept for you, or maybe you're just kind of digging in to see what it really can offer. So what I wanted to do tonight was just take, this was sort of a last minute decision to do this, but I'm glad we did. Just wanted to take a hot second to just stop and talk about the first benchmark in your Beachbody business, okay? And that is Emerald Rank. So hopefully by now you've talked with your upline coach about what it means to hit Success Club / we call it 3 Lives Club. It's the same thing. Hopefully you know that. If not, that's definitely a conversation that you'll want to have with your coach. But I don't want to focus on that so much tonight. I want to focus more on kind of what you're shooting for, what that first benchmark in the business really does look like. So for those of you who have not met me, my name is Jenny. I'm the founder of the Body Electric team. And I've been coaching for close to 9 years. It'll be 9 years here in a couple weeks. I came on board with just P90X and chocolate Shakeology back in the day when there was just 2 flavors of Shakeology, no vegan options, no digital streaming, no nothing. And my story really is one of, so many different rewards that I've found in this business. So without giving you the nitty gritty, basically at the time that I joined the business, I joined it because I wanted a discount on the products. I wanted to do P90X. I wanted to try the Shakeology. I wanted to see if it could help me with my headaches that I was having, my chronic migraine issues. And it led to so much. Like I had no idea how much it was really going to lead me to. So basically met some amazing people, started to get this feeling that personal growth was my decision. It wasn't up to my employer. Started to sort of dabble in a little bit of personal development, started to get around these positive people more often, and started to just sort of become obsessed with the game, right? Like I started to become obsessed with being around positivity and being around high energy and helping people in their health and fitness. And it just sort of kept sort of like a domino effect. It just kept going on and on and on. And so in 2012, I left my corporate job to pursue Beachbody full time. And I always get the years wrong. 2014, I think, 2015, 2016, we were a 2-time elite team. So over the years, right, been doing this for 9 years, and I've just seen steady growth in my business personally with our team. Our team itself is over 500 coaches strong at this point. So when I started this in May of 2010, I was sitting on my couch having a conversation with my husband about how I was like, I know I can do this, right? I know I can do this. And he was like, this is a scheme. This is a scam. Like, I don't know what you think you're doing, but no, like, he was just like, no. And fortunately, I am very strong-willed. I'm now passing that trait on to my daughter. Got that from my mama. And I was like, no, you have a running hobby. You buy $110 shoes. I'm spending the money on this P90X thing and this coaching thing. And that's how it all started for me. But I had no idea at that time that it was going to lead to some of the best friendships in my life, that it was going to lead to so many different lives changed, that it was going to lead to a full income for me. Like my goal for this year is to actually retire my husband from teaching. Never would have thought that was possible. I didn't even think it was possible for me to pursue leaving my corporate job in 2010. So this opportunity has led to so many things. And I'm not telling you this for any other reason than just to tell you that this business is what you make of it, right? And to tell you that I have the experience to be able to share this information with you tonight. And for if you're in this to win this, if you're in this to commit to the business and to learn how to do it, what I hope you come away with tonight is step 1, knowing exactly what you need to do to make that happen, okay? So I did put together a little like PowerPoint just because my team, you guys know, those of you veterans know that like I get really sidetracked. Like I'm like squirrel and I totally get off topic. So the PowerPoint keeps me focused on the right thing. So once I do this though, I won't be able to see you. Just remember that. Okay. this is the right, nope, that's the wrong one. Let's try this again. Wrong screen. Where's my PowerPoint? Well, I hope I saved my PowerPoint, or else we'll just wing it, I guess. Here it is. Okay. That would have been fun. Okay. Let's try this one more time. Okay, cool. So Emerald rank is what we refer to the first milestone in the business, okay? So it might be a new phrase for you. Maybe you've even seen coaches recently recognized as Emerald coaches in the team page. So regardless, we're gonna cover what that means exactly. So the first thing that I'll tell you, kind of what I've already alluded to, which is, you want to model successful behavior in the business. You're gonna have opportunities like the National Wake Up Call, like team calls, lots of training that's provided to you from corporate that you could literally spend hours upon hours learning the business. But the reality is that it's not up to you to recreate the wheel. There are lots of successful coaches in this business. A lot of people have failed way more than you have as a new coach. So learn from the people who've been doing this longer, right? Learn from the people who have the experience. I love this quote from Eric Worre. He's a network marketing guru. He says, model successful behavior. Try to avoid reinventing the wheel when you get involved in this profession. The hard work has already been done. So just repeating what I said earlier about the experience that I have, and hopefully that you can take away tonight. So primary takeaways, I want you guys to come away with this knowing what Emerald rank means, why Emerald should be a primary goal as a new working coach, why it's beneficial to you, and again, how you're gonna accomplish it, how easy it is to accomplish. So, okay, first and foremost, Emerald really just refers to a measure of success that determines your level in the compensation plan with Beachbody. Okay, so we are gonna talk a little bit of logistics tonight. Hopefully you're ready for this. Hopefully you wanna talk a little bit about income and how you can make this a business, right? So if you're not in that mindset yet, if you just signed up 5 minutes ago and you're like, wait, I don't even know what I'm doing, that's cool, listen anyway. You might even have to hear this a few times to really let it sink in. So there are different ranks within the Beachbody business, right? Emerald is the first rank. So what Emerald means is that you have 2 active coaches that you have personally sponsored into the business. So you've brought 2 coaches onto your team, okay? One's on your left leg, one is on your right leg. Now those coaches need to be active coaches, meaning that they have 50 volume points themselves, meaning that they're ordering Energize, Recover, Shakeology, something, right? That's what keeps them active as a coach. Having those 2 coaches, one on each leg that are active, and then you being active makes you an Emerald coach. So in my mind, this is a super easily attainable goal. And like I said, multiple levels in the business. So Emerald is benchmark number 1, all the way up to Diamond, Star Diamond, 15-star Diamond in the business. So it starts at Emerald. As you grow your team, those ranks change, right? Emerald on up. So does anybody have any questions before I go on about that? What that might mean? Now, I know what you might be thinking, especially if you're brand new, like what is left leg, right leg? That is something that your upline coach is gonna help you with when you go to sign your new coaches, okay? So basically you have something in your coach online office that's referred to as the graphical genealogy. It's basically like your family tree, right? Like how you're going to design your team. And so it starts obviously with those first 2 coaches. So when you say, okay, I'm ready to sign my spouse, or I'm ready to sign my mom, or I'm ready to sign my best friend from college or whatever, you're gonna go to your coach and you're gonna say, hey, can you make sure that I do this correctly? Can you make sure that I'm signing this person on the correct placement, the correct leg, so that I can achieve Emerald rank, okay? So once you do it, it's gonna make sense to you, but there's no point in me spending 15 minutes teaching you that tonight because you're probably still gonna have questions. So best thing to do is talk to your coach about it when the time comes. So why Emerald? Number 1, it activates your business and it allows you to begin earning up to $250 a week in team cycle bonus. So we earn a commission, we earn 2 different forms of income in this business as coaches. We earn commissions, right? So you sell a challenge pack to a potential, to a customer, to a new challenger, you're gonna earn a commission on that challenge pack. And then of course, any residual commissions if they continue their product orders. But you also are eligible in this business for a cycle bonus, okay? And let's just keep in mind that I was an English major in college, so math is not my strong suit, but I can tell you that having been in this business for 9 years, the cycle bonus is really sort of the bread and butter of the business. Like that is where most of your income is going to come from. So I would say 2/3 of most successful coaches' paychecks are coming from their cycle bonus, meaning it's coming from the production of their team, right? So commissions really just make up a small percentage of that. So cycle bonus is our other form of income that we get in addition to commissions. But you don't receive cycle bonus if you're not at least an Emerald coach. So Emerald is the way that you activate your business and that you become eligible for that cycle bonus, okay? Different form of income. Number 2, it builds your credibility, right? So the first thing that's gonna happen as soon as you hit Emerald rank, your coach is gonna shout you out on your social media. You're gonna be shouted out on the team page, you know, and then from there, it just grows and grows and builds and builds. You're starting your organization and you start it with Emerald rank. Number 3, it helps qualify you for customer leads. I'm not sure if your coach has talked to you yet or not about customer leads, but it's kind of a cool thing that Beachbody does. Very different from any other network marketing company in the business. Basically, when Beachbody transitioned over to a network marketing opportunity, because originally it was an infomercial-based business, for those of you guys who have seen P90X or PIO on infomercial, right? They carried it from that to the CEO basically saying, I want this to be a people-to-people business. Like I want people to share these products and tools, word of mouth, and I want them to help people get results. And that's how the Coach Network was born. And so ever since that day, it's been a mission for Carl and part of our overall mission as a company to help every single person that purchases a Beachbody product. So anybody who orders, Beachbody on demand, or they try Shakeology for the first time, whatever the case is, they go into, they get assigned to a coach, regardless of whether they know a coach or not. So all of those people that are out there ordering Beachbody on demand who don't know a coach or don't sign up with a coach are being assigned to someone. And guess how Beachbody chooses who gets those customers? Emerald rank coaches, right? So as soon as you hit Emerald in the business, as soon as you hit Success Club, you start to receive these customer leads from the company. It's the company's way of being like, here are these people that are so interested that they've already bought something. Now you help them and you can get results. You can help them get results. Any future things that they purchase, you earn commission on. They could even join your team. You have no idea. So customer leads are a great incentive as well. Number 4, like I said before, public recognition gives you that credibility and commitment. So cycle bonus. I think I've already talked about this, but I'll touch on something else here briefly. So if you're making this business a business, you're thinking about doing this, even if it's just, I just want to earn a little side income, I want to be able to cover my own costs on my Shakeology, or I want to be able to pay for my family's groceries, or whatever your goals are at this point. Regardless, you want to make sure that you are capitalizing on that cycle bonus, okay, which is why Emerald is so important. So one thing that we recommend doing, and this is something that I'm so grateful that I did when I first started, is signing your spouse, if you have one, or your mom, your dad, someone close to you, because in the end, like when you really are treating this like a business, that person starts to earn income too, based on the volume of your team. So you might remember my little story in the beginning about how when I started this business, I just wanted to get healthy, earned a discount on my products. Now our team is over 500 coaches strong. Thankfully, I signed my husband as one of my very first 3 coaches. And so he earns cycle bonus too. So not only am I earning based on the production of my team, but he is as well. So to put it in layman's terms, it's super important for you if you're thinking about making this business a business, regardless of if it's a hobby thing or if it's something you're wanting to eventually be your full-time thing, regardless of your goals. If you're wanting to earn income in the business, signing your spouse or signing that loved one under you, right, to get to Emerald rank is probably the most brilliant thing that you can do in this business. So Beachbody disclaimer, I have to put this in there, right? It has to be in there. Beachbody doesn't guarantee any level of success in the business. You have to work for it. You have to put forth the effort and learn the skills. But I can tell you that if it wasn't for me signing my spouse in 2010, he's earning a $500 cycle bonus almost weekly, which is just, and he doesn't even work the business. Like, he literally doesn't post on Facebook about anything. Like, he helps me with back end stuff for our team, but he's earning a couple $1,000s a month for our family because I decided to sign him early in my business. So it will make sense the more you dabble in this business and the more you work and the more you build your team. But signing your spouse is a fantastic long-term decision. Now, if you sign your spouse up tonight, you're not going to like wake up Thursday morning with rich, right? You're not going to be like, best decision ever, right? But it is a long-term choice. As your team grows, you start to see that more and more and more. So let's talk about who you can look to, right? Some of you guys are brand new. Some of you guys have been doing this for a little while. Maybe even you've been running challenge groups. So challengers are a great first option. So if you've been in this business a little while and you've got customers, you've got people who've participated in a challenge group, that's always going to be the first people that, for me, that I go to ask them if they're interested in the coaching opportunity. Why? Because they're already most likely a fan of the product. They're a fan of the experience. They're a fan of, the challenge group concept. And so if nothing else, those folks who are ordering product can, like I did, they can save 25% on their product orders. So challengers are a great sort of first stop, right? If you know people who are already ordering product, becoming a coach is a no-brainer. Now, if you want specific language, like right now, if you're thinking in your mind, like you have a couple people in mind that you want to talk to about upgrading from challenger to coach, I recommend reaching out to your coach and asking them to help you with the right language to present that opportunity to the person. Because if you can break it down to the person and show them exactly what the cost savings will be, exactly what the opportunity could look like to pay it forward, that's going to make it a lot more simple. And I know new coaches sometimes can stumble a little bit with their words or not know what to say right off the bat when it comes to this. So asking your coach for help is always a great first step. So number 2 is making a list. Who do you know who might already be a fit influencer, right? This is something that I'm still doing in my business 9 years in, right? I have people that I follow on social media who are into yoga, or they're runners, or they are super into nutrition and they're sharing tips about their nutrition all the time. Like people who are sort of already living a lifestyle similar to what we see coaches pursuing. Those are great people to reach out to and say, hey, have you ever thought about becoming a coach like me? So making a list is definitely also priority. Number 3, of course, like I just said, signing your spouse, your parent, somebody, a loved one, definitely sort of a no-brainer. So customer leads, I think I already touched on this, but achieve Emerald rank and Success Club, you'll qualify for customer leads. These are people who came to Beachbody without a coach. We already went over that. So last but not least, and then I can open it up for questions. The key to growing your team is running challenge groups. So if you're thinking to yourself, like, how do I grow my team? Like, how do I advance to Emerald or even beyond, right? Like, how do I become a diamond coach? Like, what does that even look like? The key, no matter what stage you are in your business, is to always be running challenge groups. The coaches that you hear on National Wake Up Calls who are like 2 or 3 time 15-star diamonds, like they legit are just like crazy successful in the business, they're still running challenge groups. So that is the core of who we are as Team Beachbody coaches, right? Like if the mission is to equip people with fitness tools and nutrition tools and support, they get the fitness and the nutrition in the mail or in their Beachbody on demand, but they don't get the accountability and support. That's what we offer as coaches. So long as we're doing that, so long as we're providing those experiences for accountability and support, that's how we're going to facilitate people who become faithful fans of the products, people who want to do what we're doing and pay it forward and share those products, right? And so at the end of the day, that's what we're looking to do, is to each and every month help 3 people with a challenge pack, right? That's Success Club, that's 3 Lives Club. And in so doing, you're sort of organically growing the people that you have to reach out to who may want to also pursue this business with you. So last but not least, I wanted to make sure that we went over a little bit of language about how to enroll folks just in general, okay? So if you are inviting to, let's say, the Ultimate Portion Fix, that's relevant right now. If you're inviting to the Ultimate Portion Fix and you have someone who's excited and they're in, right? They're like, yes, like I want to do this. Maybe they say, I did the 21-day fix years ago. I had great results. I can't wait to do the new workouts, whatever, you know, and you're like, great, I'm getting ready to send you your shopping cart. I'm going to do the shopping for you. I'm putting together your wellness package. I wanted to first ask you if you would prefer a coach account or a customer account. The coach account will allow you to earn a discount on your products after month 1. The customer account is just a basic retail account. So it's basically, you know, there is no difference. So I usually present that option, like the option between the two, every single time I go to enroll a new challenger. You'd be amazed at how many people want that cost savings up front and then go on to consider pursuing the business, right? Because it's a little bit more affordable. They might have a friend that wants to do it with them. They already have that coach account. They can enroll somebody because they're already a coach. So always offer those 2 different enrollment types when you're signing even a challenger. Does that make sense to you guys? That's how I got started, in fact. So last but not least, I wanted to say, I think I've said that 3 times. This is officially last but not least. The final thing I'll say for you guys is anybody who wakes up an Emerald Coach this week, meaning this Thursday, because our Beachbody weeks run from Thursday until Wednesday at midnight, right? We wake up on Thursday morning, and that's when we see a brand new back office, clean slate, everything's new and fresh. Anybody who wakes up this Thursday as an Emerald Coach will get a call with me next week. It'll be a group setting, kind of like this, but it'll be one-on-one focused. So I'll be able to go through with each of you sort of where you're at, what you're looking to do, and how I can help you individually in the business. That's going to take place next week. A personal development book will also hit you in the mail because we just really want you guys to truly take this opportunity and run with it, right? Like it's super cool to help customers and to get people on board with making those healthy lifestyle changes, to do something like the Ultimate Fix or 2B Mindset or whatever. Nothing more rewarding than that, right? As far as helping people. But if you're wanting to make this business a business, that's sort of a non-negotiable, to constantly be helping people, right? To be helping 3 people a month. But building your team, building your organization is what's going to be in the long term your best financial decision, your best financial impact. So does anybody have any questions about anything? I've just been staring at the PowerPoint. I can't see any faces. So does anybody have any questions about any of that? Does that all make sense? I wanted to make sure we left some time here at the end to answer any questions that you guys might have specific to you. And make sure if you do have a question, make sure you hit the unmute so I can hear you. Yeah.
Can you go back over what you said about offering the coach versus the just customer? How did you word that again?
Yeah, actually I should have written it down because I'm going to write it down right now for myself so I can say it to you correctly. But basically what I try to do is I wait until the person is in, right? So I don't offer the option usually until they're on board. And as soon as they are on board, as soon as they say, yes, I can't wait to get started, how do I get started? That's when I say, I'm going to put together your wellness package for you. It will come to you via email. All you have to do is put the order through and I'll get you added to the group. First things first, I need to know whether you're interested in enrolling in a coach account or if you'd rather me just generate your order as a basic customer. Some people call it a coach account. Some people call it a VIP account. It's kind of up to you. And then I let them answer. Usually they say, well, can you tell me the difference between the two? And I'm trying to think, there is specific language that I need to just brainstorm on real quick that I've used before I need to write it down to remember it. But usually what I'll say is, A customer account means you're paying the full regular price for all products after the first month. So you're paying full price for Shakeology, etc. Enrolling in a coach account or a VIP account will allow you to save 25% on products and potentially earn an income should you decide to pay it forward. And then usually people are like, oh, well, that sounds great. That sounds like the best option, right? Or sometimes people will ask like, okay, well, do I have any fees, right? Like if I become a coach, are there fees? And the answer to that is yes, right? You're paying a $15 fee to be a coach. So that's why I recommended going to your coach to help you with the exact wording, because what I usually like to do is provide a breakdown. So at that stage of the conversation, I say, yes, there is a $15 fee each month, which covers your websites as a coach. It covers customer service and all the shipping and handling that Beachbody does for coaches. But even by paying that $15 a month fee, you're still saving on your product. And then I break it down and I say, Shakeology as a customer, $130. Shakeology as a coach, $97. Plus the $15 fee equals $112. So I show them that it's a $20 difference still. They're still saving despite the fee. So breaking that down visually for people sometimes helps them understand. Does that make sense? There's also another form of, I've heard this used before too, where people will do the opposite, where they'll introduce the two different accounts and they'll say, with a VIP account, everything I said before, right? Like you earn 25%, blah, blah, blah. With a customer account, I've heard this phrase used before. You waive the right to earn an income. That's another brilliant way of saying it too. If they're a customer, they can't enroll a friend, right? Like they'd have to refer the friend to you. So they're waiving a right to earn the income. They're also not getting the cost savings. So I know for me, in the beginning, I think my first coach was a sorority sister of mine from college who was an avid Shakeology fan. And then I signed my spouse and my mom. And my spouse and my mom are still like at the very top of my organization. And I can remember at the beginning, my mom saying, I had to like break it down for her. I'm like, you're still saving. Cause she was like, I don't want to work the business. I don't want to do anything. I'm like, I understand. But I use that example with other people. And I tell them like when they say, do I have any obligations to work the business or do I have whatever? And I always say, no, my mom's been a coach for 9 years. She has no idea what it means to be a coach. Pretty sure she thinks I just work out and take selfies all day. But she's a coach, right? So there's not like a scam associated here. There's not any like sales quota. You don't have to sell a certain amount in order to have that account. And I use the example of my mom, right? I just say my mom's been a coach forever and she doesn't know what it means to be a coach really. So, but long-term, you guys are going to be wanting to have those coaches that are like you, that want to pursue the business. And so I would be remiss if I was just giving you language about how to sign a discount coach, right? Like it's going to be a great way for you to get to Emerald, because getting someone on board who just wants to save on their product, great. Signing your spouse on the opposite side is going to get you to Emerald, right? That's a great first step. But if we are thinking about this business long-term, I want you to know that you're going to want people on your team who are going after this like you are, that are tuning into these calls, right? So, and so in that case, like when it comes to introducing this opportunity to someone who you feel like they'd make a great coach, or they've been a challenger for a while and they're doing the behaviors of a coach, I would actually recommend that you not present this as a discount opportunity with them. I would actually recommend that you present this as an income opportunity, and that you plant the seed that you think they would make a great coach, and you use the discount as a plus. Does that make sense? So with like your mom, you might be leading with, hey mom, I'm going to sign you up. This girl, Jenny, I met last night told me to, and you're going to save $20 a month, right? And it could be just you're leading with the discount. But then when there's somebody, like I said, you see potential in, they're interested in the business, don't lead with that discount, because then you're discounting them. Lead with the opportunity. Yeah, Kara, are you raising your hand? Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to make an observation about what you said. I think it was intentional the way you laid it out, but I wanted to confirm just so I don't miss it. You kind of described the process that you walk people through when you say, do you want me to sign you up as a coach or a customer? So it sounds like you resist the urge to just say, do you want to be a coach or customer? Here's what you get. Here's what happens, blah, 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 and like blasting and word vomiting all at once. You kind of let there be a response, a question and a response, a question and a response, so that it's not so like blah or overwhelming. Yeah. Okay.
So I would actually, I thought that was a good point. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because I have a training on our Body Electric website. And Kara, I can get it to you. It's called How to Become a Master of Conversations. And it is probably the #1 training video that you guys can watch as new coaches. Because as you're talking to people, like, right, you've never done this before. So it's going to help you understand how to handle those conversations. But what I usually tell our team is, for those of you guys who remember AOL Instant Messenger or MSN Messenger from back in the day, like, I can remember when I was in college, right? Like, isn't it funny? Like, I used to put up the same message, like, off to English class, wink, BRB, you know, I had to throw that in there. But anyways, when you're using AOL or MSN, you know, you're having a conversation with somebody in real time. So it was very back and forth. Hey, what are you doing? On my way to class. What are you doing later? Getting some pizza, right? Like, that's how the conversation went. And so you had AOL Instant Messenger type conversations, and then you have traditional email, where somebody sends you a novel, you read it, and then you respond to them with a novel and questions back, right? So what I like to tell people is, when you're talking to people about Beachbody or about our challenge groups, and you're talking to them through Facebook Messenger, it is a messenger app. It's just like your AOL. You're going back and forth. Even if that person isn't on right now, that's okay. That's how I want you to communicate with the other person. Because the last thing I want you to do is verbal diarrhea, like everything that you know about those products and options. And then when the person gets around to reading it, they're just like, what? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So err on the side of keeping that conversation just back and forth, back and forth. I like to ask one question at a time, right? When it comes to somebody saying, tell me more about your challenge group, how much does it cost? I never tell them the cost. Like, why would I write back and be like, it's $200? Because then they're going to be like, crickets, right? So why? Does anybody know why they'd be crickets? Because they don't understand the value. There's been no presentation of the value of that $200. So instead, when they say, can you tell me more about your challenge group? How much does it cost? My response back is always super enthusiastic. Oh my gosh, Kara, thank you so much for reaching out. I'm so excited to share more with you about my upcoming group to see if it might be a perfect fit for you. Can you tell me more? What would you say is your ultimate goal? The person comes back. Really looking to lose weight, tone up, blah, 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 right? Super. That's awesome. What do you feel like losing that 15 pounds would do for you? They come back. Well, I really have trouble keeping up with my kids, if I'm being honest. I know my family isn't making the healthiest choices. I'm just really feeling like I need to change. When you keep digging with those questions, you start to get to the root of their pain point. And that is your responsibility as a coach, to find their pain point and then to make whatever it is that we have to offer the solution to that pain point. So if someone would have come to me in 2010 and said, Jenny, there's this income opportunity, and they were to just like talk to me about the income opportunity, I wasn't looking for an income opportunity. I was working a corporate job. I was looking to just get in shape with P90X and help my headaches. Does that make sense? So nobody would have, that would have been an example of someone not taking the time to know my pain point and not matching the solution to what I need. So your job as a coach is to listen and to ask questions so that you understand their pain point. And then once you know it, and you'll get better and better at this, by the way. Once you know it, you have a solution for that. I've joined 100 gyms before and I can never seem to lose the weight. Okay, have you ever had an accountability structure before? Have you ever had anybody checking in with you, offering meal tips, blah, blah, blah? No. Well, that's kind of what I do in my groups, right? And then you target the conversation toward that. What I find is fitness, nutrition, and support. Usually people are missing one, and it's not always the same. Some people work out religiously, but they eat whatever they want. Some people are okay with their food, but they have no support. They have no accountability, right? So there's always going to be one of those three things that are missing. Whatever that is, that's what your challenge group is going to help them solve. So without turning this into that same presentation, just go check out that Becoming a Master of Conversations call, because I think it'll really help you. But yes, back and forth with a customer or coach is the way to go, because if nothing else, you're helping them process it as well versus just giving them all the information up front. Any other questions, you guys? Does this make sense? Awesome. Good deal. Okay, I love seeing all your faces on here. Hi, Jen Norris. Ashley Warner, you've got great feedback. I love when I'm on these calls and there's somebody like nodding. I'm like, it makes me feel like, okay, like somebody here is happy. Somebody's getting it. So thank you for the nodding. Cool. So does anybody, any of the veteran coaches have anything that you feel like I missed or that should be mentioned? No? Okay. So what I would like to do is create we're going to start doing this thing, which I think will be pretty cool, which is creating just a really small Facebook group for just the people that were on this call tonight, the people who are what I would consider all coming into the business at the same time. Now, the purpose of that group will be for tips like tonight, right? To talk to you about the things we've talked about tonight, how to handle those conversations, helping you maybe make your first few invitation posts, or how to craft your transformation posts, right? Like all these first things that you're doing as a coach, rather than just be like, well, good luck, right? Like I was thinking it'd be cool if we created a little pod, a little group for you guys. And the other cool thing too is then you get to know other coaches that are coming into the business at the same time, so that when it comes time for Beachbody Summit or Super Saturdays or live events or whatever, you have other people that you're like, we know each other now, right? This is cool. I don't feel like I'm the freshman in class anymore. So, so if it's okay with you guys, I'll create that little group. But really, in my opinion, just to wrap this up, in my mind, having been in this business for 9 years, I feel like Emerald is a mindset. Deciding that you're going to commit to the business, deciding that you're going to take the advice, my advice, or take the advice of successful coaches in the business and say, yes, I'm going to do this, is really just saying, okay, this is what I've been told to do. This is what I'm going to do because I want to build income long-term. I want to turn this into a true business. So Emerald is really just that first decision, right? So I want you guys to be thinking like, how can I make this happen? Like, how can I really just, because really it's as easy as, honey, I'm signing you up, and hey, mom, I'm signing you up too, or whatever, or reaching out to your challengers or whatever, all those things we talked about tonight. So I'm hoping that this all made sense to you guys. If you guys have any questions specifically for me, you can let me know. Otherwise, I'm sure your coach can answer anything you might have. But we have this is a random thing we did tonight. So this is not normal. We haven't done this in a while. This is not our team call, but we do have a weekly team call that happens every Wednesday night. And I would love it if our new coaches were hopping on there as well. Every Wednesday night, 9 o'clock, I cover something, whether it's conversations or closing or something having to do with the business. So if you're available from 9 to 9:45-ish tomorrow night and every Wednesday night, we'd love for you guys to hop on. It's the same exact format as this. Sometimes we have guest speakers, but it's a great way to sort of like lean into our tribe. learn more, get to know other people, and build your business. So grateful for your time tonight. Laura, you're talking, but I don't hear you.
You hear me?
Yes.
Okay, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yes.
Stress Eastern.
Yep. So the link for that will be on the team page tomorrow. It's also in our weekly announcements. So I will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Good night. Bye-bye.